The initiatives of the Department of Interior and Local Government Region 6 showcase its pursuit to sustain the culture of excellence through sharing the value of knowledge management. Guided by the KM framework, the process of documentation, generation of knowledge, and transformation of these to knowledge products produce some of the best practices which allow the region to improve and sustain its service delivery.
Personally, I feel proud of what DILG through the LGRRC Region 6 is doing to help us improve the way we do things in the department. As we all know, everything that we do is coming from a mandate. It's the mandate of law through Republic Act 6975. We have a two-pronged mandate, and that is what? To supervise local governments as delegated by the President. But more specifically, we supervise so that we can enable them to do exactly what they have to do, and that is through capacity building. We capacitate local governments not only to enhance local governance in the area, but most importantly, to make these local governments responsive to the requirements of their communities.
Good day to all. For many of us, especially in the DILG, the Local Governance Resource Center of LGRRC is more than just a dynamic, interactive, and virtual program that seeks to reshape the Department of the Interior and Local Government as a knowledge-centric organization. But significantly, one should understand that LGRRC is a discipline in itself, a way of life in the department. Why? Because more than just making use of knowledge per se, the principles of knowledge management requires a lifetime affair of promoting a culture of learning and knowledge sharing. And this is where the Local Governance Regional Center of Western Visayas comes in. A 3-time Best LGRRC under the Ugnay ng Mamamayan category of the Capacity Development Awards for Catalyst of Excellence, the region without doubt possesses one of the best models for KM that our LGRRC nationwide can emulate. With this, we sincerely hope that every DILG officer, advocates of KM and local governance will stay tuned, be motivated, and be inspired by the stories of success and innovations in the region that has done more to advocate knowledge management, but also to the overall local governance scenario of Western Visayas.
The best practices shared in this series provide an overview on how innovative ways and solutions attuned to the changing times have contributed in improving local governance. With continuous scaling up and improvement of sharing and application, LGRRC 6 sought to find ways to communicate these strategies. Starting with communicating the gains and efforts of the department, LGRRC 6 reinforced its advocacy efforts through its print medium while sustaining its presence online. Quarterly and annual reports highlighting the major programs of the department were made available through print and electronic copies. Moreover, LGRRC's strength in documentation was evident in the localization of the department's information, education, and communication materials. The drive for excellence must start within the organization, and so outstanding performances must be recognized because with an improved human resource, service delivery becomes competent and more dynamic.
Praise is a system of rewards and recognition mandated by the Civil Service Commission to all government agencies. PRAISE is an acronym for Programs and Awards and Incentives for Service Excellence. It is designed to encourage creativity, innovativeness, efficiency, integrity, and productivity in public service by recognizing and rewarding officials and employees individually or in groups, for their suggestions, inventions, and superior accomplishments. In 2003, DILG Region 6 conceived its own award system under this praise program, which is named Performance Incentive for Service and Novelty, or also known as the PSAN. PSAN is a Hiligaynon word which means industriousness. For 16 years of its implementation, it has produced national finalists and 5 national winners on Dangal ng Bayan and Pag-asa Awards respectively, which marked a milestone not only for DILG Region 6 but for the department as a whole. The management basically believes that human resources are the most important and valuable resources. And it also recognizes the link between people excellence and public service excellence. So it developed human resources by incentivizing and motivating them other than learning development and performance system. Because of this, it put prime premium and invested on human resources by providing funding every year for this program. Per CSE directive on the establishment of praise as one of the personal mechanisms, we have conceptualized in 2003, and it was also institutionalized PSAN, or Performance Incentives for Service and Novelty, or PSAN meaning industriousness. The beneficiaries of this PSAN program are, of course, the basic is the first are the organic personnel, who are especially those awardees. It motivates and boosts morale of these employees. The awards and the recognition they receive, the prizes, the honor and the prestige, and of course, being considered in the promotion and other incentives like sending to scholarships abroad. Other beneficiaries, aside from the organic personnel, is the DILG organization itself, because of the excellent service and high productivity that resulted from this program. And it also adds to the importance, the relevance, and the integrity of the organization, especially to the LGUs and the public. It also benefits the DILG organization because of the establishment of the culture of excellence. And because of this, we reaped laurels for the organization by having 5 national winners and finalists of the CSE honor and award systems. Aside from this, recently, we are the first to be conferred of the Level 2 Prime HRM of the Civil Service among other DILG regional offices and even our DILG Central Office. It also benefits LGUs, the local chief executives, the local functionaries, the public in general, and the other stakeholders. Of course, because of the excellent public service, we are trying to provide to our clients and to the public. It also serves as a benchmark for other organizations. We receive complaints and negative feedbacks about the performance of our office, especially the field officers, poor compliance of office policies and other administrative requirements, and passive attitude towards work. We also observe poor compliance and submission of reports and other requirements. And one thing is the poor physical condition of DILG offices at the LGU or the municipal levels. The Praise PSAN aims to encourage creativity and innovation, efficiency, integrity, and productivity towards excellent public service. Second, to recognize and reward personnel individually or in groups for service and novelty. And the third is to motivate and empower people at their work. The Provincial City Praise Committee conducts the initial evaluation of the nominees at their level, using the Praise PISAN instrument annually enhanced to capture compliance of DILG operations plans and budget. And now it is harmonized with the department's SPMS. And the result is rewarded to the Regional Praise Committee for review and evaluation. The nominees for any of the category in the Best Performing Employee Award are taken from the top 5 employees in the summary list of individual performance rating under each operating unit for different provincial offices. The nominees of each province are required to use CSC HAP form in submitting their documents because they are automatically considered as nominees to this HAP program of the civil service. So the Regional Praise Committee conducts actual field validation or visitation to validate the nominees' accomplishments. In prior years, validation is being commenced by the administration of diagnostic examination to all personnel region-wide. Supervisors, the peers, the local functionaries, and the LCEs are interviewed and made to rate the work attitude and competence of employees or the nominees using an assessment tool. Then the regional committee conducts stable evaluation and calibration of the final ratings of these nominees. The result is submitted to the regional director for confirmation or approval, and the same is disclosed during the awarding. The awarding of the winners are usually conferred during the pagdayaw at the end of the year. Praise PISAN is one of the best practices of DILG, which of course help and a factor in having a culture of excellence in our workplace. So we hope to sustain this through the years, and we are very proud that this program has been made as a milestone in the public service.
So the need for DILG to provide a platform that would allow convergence of the various stakeholders, the various players in capacity building actually gave the impetus to the setting up of the local governance resource center. So we have now a platform that would allow us, the DILG, to ensure that capacity building interventions are done harmoniously, and we take a critical role as orchestrator of the whole of government approach to capacity building for local governments. Where the national government is still grappling with the new normal, in DILG we were more prepared to do it because we were ahead of anticipating that along the way we need to enhance or maximize the use of technology in delivering capacity building services. Nung ginawa natin ng LGRRC, blended na ang ginagawa nating approach, which is what this new normal is requiring from all of us. Region 6 was the first champions of the LGRRC. The first champion to recognize that capacity building cannot solely be done by DILG. The first region to also acknowledge that we can enhance or even expand our capacities by working in partnership with various agencies of government, with the academic institutions, and the private sector and CSOs as well. It became our benchmark, and there are many regions that followed suit, so Region 6.
Another pioneering initiative from the DILG Region 6 is the Excel Awards, which focuses on the assessment of all facets of local governance.
So excel, no, excellence and local governance. So there is actually a compelling need for a paradigm shift in local governance. The advent of local government code, a revolutionary breakthrough in local governance, calls for a paradigm shift in the perspective, mindset, and focus of local officials and functionaries. Building alliances becomes the trend in reinventing solutions to the call of time. Development of the required commitment and responsibility necessitate partnership and cooperation for local development. There must be a shift in the roles of officials from public administrators to development managers. There is a need of a change in orientation from being political to entrepreneurial, from dependency to self-reliance, and from being conservative to being innovative, from being individualistic to being inclusive and participatory. That after years of the local government code implementation, there is really a need to validate the impact of the code by reviewing LGU's performance and compliance to basic statutory mandates by looking into its structures, systems, and processes. With this in mind, the very intention of the devolution, that is the transfer of powers, resources, responsibilities, and accountability from the central government to the local government units to deliver quality basic services and facilities will be carried out and implemented by no less than the local government unit themselves, assumed to be more knowledgeable about their situation and therefore effective instruments in carrying out countryside development. Finally, it is the department's mandate to recognize, to incentivize, and showcase the best of Region 6, which will promote not only local growth but ultimately contribute to national development. The DILG Region 6 introduced its one in the country ever initiative in recognizing excellent performances local government unit in areas of administrative governance, social services, economic development, environmental management, and local legislation. So actually, we include every LGU from the provinces, cities, including highly urbanized cities, and all municipalities at all income level. They are given equal opportunity to participate. In fact, all of them are being evaluated by their respective city and municipal local government operations officer. For calendar years 2008 to 2018, the coverage is 6 provinces, 16 cities, 117 municipalities under the administrative jurisdiction of Region 6. Last year, 2009, before COVID, there is a scaling up in terms of criteria. All qualified LGUs are only those that were shortlisted as initial passers during the 2019 SGLG regional assessment. Actually, we have had encountered several problems and challenges, but I'd like to point out just 2. One is the absence of reliable, credible tool to measure quality performance of LGUs in the region. DILG through Excel has now developed a platform that would check and review local government unit performance in terms of compliance to their mandates and quality of LGU service delivery. Another problem is the apathy or lack of interest of the local government unit to undergo tedious process of the assessment, especially those that are apt or fine with the status quo and refuses or delay compliance to certain laws or issuances for whatever reasons. EXCEL has changed the views of local officials and functionaries from mere compliance to excellent performance. Apparently, as years gone by, a culture of excellence was developed. So, EXCEL did not happen overnight. We really had to do a lot of things. We do research and development. We do focus group discussion. We refer to some available data in terms of the current performance of the LGUs. And the end result actually is a policy issuance that would institutionalize arrangement. And of course, we see to it that other stakeholders are involved, and then we let the people know, we let the LG know that there is such a thing as EXCEL that would possibly and positively help them improve their performance. So we conduct briefings, we do orientation, and of course, the launching of EXCEL. And then after that, when everybody is already aware that there is already an innovation in Region 6, we do data gathering using prescribed templates that have been studied, that have been piloted by and is being administered by the city and municipal local government operations officer. And then after that, we do the screening and then ranking by the regional assessment team. The RAT is composed of the DILG, the national government, select national government agency, and of course CSOs. That also include LRIs, no? And then we do the shortlisting, and then on-site validation by the RAT through cross-posting. So in other words, if the DILG is assigned in Iloilo, he cannot validate. No? He has to go to another province and vice versa. No? So to see it that the validation has been done objectively and accordingly. And then we do final calibration and then determination of the final winners, of course, by the regional assessment team. And then at the end of the year, we would set a date, gather them, recognize, award, and incentivize best performing LGUs in Region 6. We have had, amazing results, okay? But the ultimate objective really of EXCEL is to influence local government units in the region to embark on undertakings that will foster good local governance. The LGUs who are recipients of EXCEL awards were conferred with other various national awards on top of EXCEL, like Gawad Pamana ng Lahi, Local Legislative Awards, Gawad Kalasag, Seal of Good Housekeeping, and now Seal of Good Local Governance, among others. Okay? And for more than a decade now, EXCEL Awards has been an effective instrument in molding LGUs in the region to be exemplars of outstanding public service. It has been a potential vehicle in advocating and promoting the practice of participatory, accountability, responsibility, transparency, and good performance at the local level. And because of this because of this innovation, we notice and we realize there are a lot of positive impacts to LGUs. EXCEL Awards enjoy a wide popular support from our LGUs and our partner national government agencies, CSOs, and other governance stakeholders in the region. With this, Excellence Local Governance Awards will continue to serve as a positive reinforcement to local government units in the region in the pursuit of excellent services to its constituent. EXCEL is a total awards program package that is first of its kind and only in Western Visayas.
Generating, sharing, and applying knowledge. A continuous process that DILG Region 6 is firm in doing in improving efficiency and improving knowledge within the organization in order to help the community. The commitment to high standards drives DILG 6 to be consistent in its output and in the growth and development of its human resource, which is one of the driving forces behind these successes. Moreover, finding innovative solutions, sustaining partnerships, and expanding collaborations have led DILG 6 to discover opportunities, increase its productivity, and become one of the most competitive regional departments in the country. Sharing the value of knowledge management in the new normal is another opportunity for LGRRC 6 to assess and improve its current mechanisms to deliver services in this very extraordinary time that we are facing.